Hey everybody, this is Eve Hennessy. I'm here with Cujo, and he is an NFT artist living in Ecuador. And he does a lot with astrology and African culture. Well, why don't you tell me more what it is that you do? It's very interesting.
Yeah. So, sorry for the background noise. Yes, so my work has to do with an infusion of, should I say, it's coming from a Afrocentric place, and
Uh-huh.
usually mixing colors and psychedelics and African history and African spirituality and things of that nature. So it's basically a translation of different things that in my journey I have learned and discovered about the African culture and history, which in the process has become demystified for me. And in that process, my contemplation and my meditation of it comes out through different forms of art, which look to enlighten other people and other Africans as well about our culture and our history and things like that. Because growing up, we grew up usually with a perception of the spirituality and the culture and stuff as demonic and different things. So we don't really have such a loving relationship all the time, for some of us growing up. So yeah,
Where are you from exactly?
I'm from Ghana.
Oh, Ghana.
Ghana,
Are you from the city or the country or?
Accra. Accra is the city I was born in and lived there for 19 years before moving to the US for college.
Wow.
Yeah.
So so growing up, you were just a little bit separated from your African culture, like the past and the mysticism and the
Yeah.
spiritual roots.
I'll say to a large degree, because Ghana predominantly is Christian and
Mm.
Orthodox Christian at it. So Christian and Muslim, and you grow up and you're taught in school that there's three basically religions: Christianity, Islam, and the traditional religion. But the traditional religion is, should I say, the indigenous local way of life that involves the fetish priests and stuff who connect to the divine, to God, using nature,
Mm.
right? But we grew up in a predominantly Christian environment, so the perception of the traditional religion usually comes with a negative perception that is devilish. It has things, it's demonic,
I
basically.
know.
So,
I used to be like a born again Christian for a while, so
okay.
I know what we were thinking.
Yeah. So you grew up not even really knowing that
Yeah.
there's another side to it, so you're just infused in that culture, and that's the perception you also have. Yeah.
Mm. So where do you live in Ecuador?
I live in a town called Loja, in
Uh-huh.
a small magical town called
Really?
Vilcabamba.
Where is it? Is it in the mountains? Is it by the ocean? In the
It's in a
jungle?
valley.
Hmm?
It's a valley. It's in a valley surrounded by mountains.
Mm.
It's more inland towards the south, closer to Peru, about
Oh,
miles from Peru. Yeah, and there's actually like a huge expat community out here as well. Yeah, it's
okay.
really nice, beautiful nature everywhere.
Oh, I'm always
River-
looking for somewhere to move.
What'd you say?
I'm always looking for somewhere to move to.
Yeah, check it out. Look it up. You'll be fascinated by like how many people are actually moving here, and it's so many different people from all over the world, from Europe, from the US, from South America. Yeah, it's really
Nice, nice. No, I actually live in Washington, D.C. I just put NYC time because it's so much shorter
yeah,
than writing Washington, D.C.
yeah, absolutely.
Plus, everybody knows where New York is, and not everybody knows where Washington is. So
Yeah.
nice. It sounds super nice.
Hmm.
Okay, so why don't you show us something and then I want to see your art because I just saw one and it had to do with astrology
Yeah. Okay.
and Africa, and then we'll talk about NFTs.
Sure, for sure. So let me share this with you. Show you some stuff. So, my art ranges from using different mediums. Can you see that?
I can.
Yes, I'll send you my Instagram
It's
page.
good to click on one piece though, because it's just the way that the screen is. See it better.
Let me see.
Oh, this is your Instagram account? Let me go on your,
Yeah.
oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna put all of your links here below, and everybody smash the likes and put a comment. It's good for the algorithm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So these are collages.
Oh, that is just beautiful, those colors. Whoa.
Oops, sorry. There's another one.
Wow.
So as you can see in the collage, there's like different elements that have to do with, you know, the continent and just depicting it in a new light through my lenses, you know.
Mhm.
Um, and I also have these are like canvas paintings that
Oh, really nice. Wow. I love your pyramids. I'm really into pyramids myself.
yeah, it's something that really on my journey to demystifying a lot about our culture and our history.
Uh,
I started off by learning a lot about, you know, the pyramids and the ancient
oh,
African
I
culture.
love that. It's like rainbow ices or raw. Is it raw or is it? I
Yeah,
don't know.
yep. I like to infuse a lot of color in my
That's like
pieces.
the mixture of like Quetzalcoatl, you know, the rainbow serpent from Mexico, and then the. Ooh, look at that. That's amazing. What is that?
So
That
let me take.
paint?
So this one is like an egg, right? And
And you
but
can't make it any bigger?
no, unfortunately,
Okay. Okay. It's really amazing. Wow, there it is. Yeah. Thank you, because it's really phenomenal piece.
yeah. So if you look at it clearly, there are these symbols here with my mouse. There's these symbols here, one here, another one in the middle, another one at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
These symbols are from an Akan tribe, and they're called the Adinkra symbols. And the Adinkra symbols are these ancient symbols that each have a meaning. They're super symmetric, and they all carry a message,
Mm.
right? And they're usually used in Ghana for like cloths and stools and pottery and other things like that. But when you dive more into, you realize that there's about I think 120 or so. Don't you need to check that? I'm not exactly sure, but and they like I said they each carry a message. So this one is called what's it called? This the name of this is Musa Demoa Nyaminti Tamfubebre, right? So, which translates to if you have your hands in the dish, because of God, your haters will struggle. So, what I do is understanding
Wait. If you have your hands in the dish
the dish of life, you know,
because
contribute.
of God, oh, that is so true. Because of God, your haters will struggle.
Yeah,
Well, that's why you get haters when you start doing amazing, cool stuff, right?
yeah. So each one,
Shout out to the haters. No.
yeah, do their job, right? They're supposed to, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So what I do is knowing the different names and the different translations, I get inspired to put them together to form a cohesive thought or a cohesive, you know, expression. And from that, I get ideas of a face.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And so that face carrying that message that if you if you put your hands in the dish of life and contribute to life just like the animals and the plants and everybody else is contributing to life, you will get good reward. So because of God, those who are working hard to hate against you, they will suffer. You know what I'm saying? This is another one
Wow. I was
called
just going to say that last piece, I saw the pyramids first, and then after a while, I saw the face. It took me a while. This is amazing. Wow.
yeah. So
And how do you make these? Are these digital or these paint?
yeah, these are digital.
Wow.
These are
Beautiful.
digital. And what I like to do with my creations is use very simple techniques, you know, lines, boxes, shapes, and put them together. So for me, it's like going into the mind of a child
Hmm.
and just from that point, starting from that point, I'm moving boxes and squares and different things around to come up with a complex image. And they work in such a way that depending on how you look at them and from which angle you look at them, you could see different faces. So in one big face, there could be multiple layers and multiple faces within there. And for me, the entire process does something to my brain where it helps me see in different ways. And I believe my life process has been that into coming to understanding of myself and coming to understanding of the world. That in the past, I looked at one thing in a certain way, but traveling and living in different places changed my perspective, and looking at it in the same thing in a different way, at a different angle, from a different side, I see new things. So in the same way, usually my art has those elements in there where you may just see one thing, but if you pay more attention to it, you may see different elements. And this one is called, in the tree language, it's called Denchem Inframadine She, which basically translates to the crocodile's resistant house, wind resistant house. Burn it, it won't burn. And the Adinkra symbol for the crocodile is this one with my mouse going over. The Inframadine, which is a wind resistant house, is the one in the middle.
Oh, amazing. So that's an actual real kind of house in Africa? Like an fashion, like oh, that's pretty cool.
So, and the last symbol at the bottom there, it means burn it, it won't burn. So it's that's the literal translation, but its essence is imperishability.
Yeah.
Something which doesn't perish. So for me, combining those three elements, the crocodile also represents adaptability because it can live both on land and in water. So that's what that symbol symbolizes, the Denchem, the crocodile symbol. And then the Framadine also, which is the wind resistant house, also represents imperishability, something that can withstand a whole lot of storms without breaking down. And the last symbol, burn, it won't burn. So combining it together, I fuse it to give the essence of imperishability and, you know, adaptability and toughness, to spread the message that being open to adapt to new situations and new conditions and the changing flows of life helps you build your being or your persona into, should I say, like a resistant house which cannot be burnt down. So
amazing. Yeah. I mean, even if I didn't hear this incredible story and all of this knowledge and that you've put into it and all of these concepts, like just visually, it's a really incredibly great piece of art.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love it because it's like complex, but it's simple. You know, it's very clean, but it's got a lot going on. Like that's just really beautiful, and it has like a very powerful sort of structure. It's really